Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Am I audible? Let's see. Hello, everybody. Hang on a minute. Let me just... Okay, I'm live, but I'm getting no audio from the app. So let me see. Let me just get rid of all this. And just enter this again. Let's see. Alright, this might suck. Seems as though I'm getting no audio from the game itself. Tabs, look, it's just a matter of laziness. That's the simple truth of it all. Let me see, let me check Prism just to see. Hello, Pyro Lee. Hello, Ericonia. Alright, looks like we might have to do this without any... This is gonna suck. You know what? Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna see if I can just reset. I'll freeze the live stream, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can just, like... See, not end it, but what would be a way to, like, end it temporarily? Hamburger. Me neither. Yeah, so hang on a moment. I'll be right back. Let me just fix this. Okay, can you hear both the game and the stream now? Okay, can you hear both the game and the... Okay. The stupid thing is fixed. I am so sorry, everyone. I totally killed my momentum there. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, let's get through the chat. Am I crazy or is my computer generally the laggest thing ever? No, you're fine. Okay, let's see. How are you doing today? Feeling marvelous? I'm feeling a lot better now. I thought I had absolutely caused a catastrophic failure. Let's see, let me go through. I think there's a way to hide screen. April Fools, you just replace your horse Sona with a PNG of Skippity Riz. I mean, I've heard worse. I'm not sure if I'd go with that, though. Hello, Shadow. Okay. Now that I fixed that, let's get this thing fixed. So now it's time for what we've all been talking about. So I got some incredible luck, everyone. So you want to know how much luck I had? On my first roll, I got Tamamo Cross. The very first roll of the entire thing. Like, I only have... You see how many carrots I have? I don't have much. I only had really one roll that I could use. And turns out, it was enough. I hate that I don't have enough shoes. Why can't I get more long racing shoes? Yeah, I had the same luck with Hishi Akebono, but nothing with Agnes Digital. This happened to me with Fine Motion. She's gonna be meta for a bit. Oh yeah, also, as a fun little BT dubs, I did also successfully get into Group A, qualify for League A in the Sagittarius Cup. If we have time, I might do one of the Sagittarius Cups, but I decided to do that on my own accord. Okay, Tamamo Cross. So this little thing is apparently one of the first gray horse to win a Grade 1 in Japan. The first great gray horse. So, let's see, what do the guides say about, like, how to play this character? The base stats look pretty nice, I'll say that. Oh, whoops. Fat swipe. Literally writing fanfic while having this on is big lol. So Mr. Kinda Quit is gonna be using this to help study for his Yuri. That's very good to know. So okay, end closer. That's good. Alright, so yes, I said the magic word. I know all of you lovely supporters of the gays and the divas. And of course, deep emotional romances. Okay. Umastan, that's recommended. Trying to look through here. Okay, so the Game 8, I'm one of those guys, says to get 1200 speed, 1000 stamina, and 8800 power. We're not gonna get that today, but, speed stat ban. A gold recovery skill. Okay, so I could go for a speed stamina deck or a speed power deck. In that case, we'll go speed stamina. We'll spec into a speed stamina deck. I should have the cards for it, too. So let's see also. Guess the other thing to think about is, okay, so the sparks. I'm not gonna have all the sparks here, but stamina and power is a good start. Alright, so power. I do have this El Condor Pasa. It's not super compatible, but it'll do the job, at the very least, of getting me the power I need. It also will spec into my late surging. Or, actually, no, late surge is not what I want. I want end closer. Crap. Alright, so that's not good. It's not exactly what I was looking for. I do have this El Condor Pasa with a long spark, which is a little more. And then also this Rice Shower, which is slightly more compatible. Let's just say I don't have great legacies. If you have a power parent, you need to use the stamina card. If you have a stamina parent, you need to use the power card. Okay. So in that case, we'll go power parents, but stamina cards. I think that's a good way to pull it. Alright, power and long. We'll get the long sparks. Okay, now over here, I don't have anything in the way of end closers, unfortunately. I don't think I have any end closer sparks. So that is the pits. Alright, good. I have late surgers, but end closers, not so much. To my chagrin. Actually, I don't think I have a single end closing spark anywhere. I have more dirt sparks than I do end closing sparks. That's something else. Oguri or Gold City? Gold City. Do that for me. I don't have a Gold City. I don't have that blonde. Unfortunately for me. Let's see. This gold ship also has the long sparks, so I could just use that. I have too many late surgers. Well, hook me up, brother. Oh, the Sweep Tenno-sho card? Yeah, I do have that, so that should be good. Sorry, Gang Sketchy's in charge. Alright, I'll go with that for this one. I'll use that for my long. Also, Gold Ship's just generally a good compatible thing. And for this one, Oguri Cap, that'd probably be a pretty good way to spec. I'm glad to see you've been enjoying the game somewhat. I thought the game just wasn't for you since you first streamed it long ago. No, like everyone else, I fell into it. I fell into the pipeline, and eventually I couldn't put it down. It's a pretty addicting game. Like, it's genuinely a well-designed video game. And it did take a few years for me to really warm up to the concept of all my favorite race horses as lesbians, but once I got over that hurdle, it really started to get fun. Bruh, I've only spent carrots on the Summer Marzensky and Special Week banners since the beginning of the game, all for support cards. Thankfully, I'll be free when Valentine Bourbon arrives. I mean, you do you, pal. Me personally, I've always... Look, if you, to put it bluntly, that's my style. Like, I mean, you guys know my most famous quote? This is how I roll, baby. I am the dude when it comes to wild quotes. That's just like what I do, man. Let's see, Mayano Top Gun could be pretty good. If I wanted more long sparks, TM Opera O would also be pretty good. You know what? I think TM Opera O should do it. I pulled for Tamamo because I love end closers, but I got Hishi Amazon instead. Well, I don't have that, so you got something I don't. Give it to me or I'll kill you. That is true. Okay, cards. So I always like doing our little pal here, Riki. So I'm keeping her no matter what. We got Sweep Tenno-sho. I'm hoping to get Tama when the free pulls roll around at the end of the month. Have you dived down into the anime lore? Not super deeply. Like, here's what I've completed. I've watched seasons 1 and 2. I've watched Road to the Top, and I've watched Beginning of New Era. I'd say I'm about halfway through the Uma Musume content. And I do plan on making a review soon of Beginning of a New Era. I just need to finish my script and then, and then record it, and then have my new editor show off his awesomeness. All right, 3 speed. So 3 speed cards. I think we already know where this is going. Arkiteko! That really hurts my vocal folds. Awesome lesbian horse girl couple versus the intimidating Sketchy. You know, actually, here's a fun story. Here's just a random story of something that I did run into. So, me and my brother, we went to Sequoia, and we were chilling, and these 2 girls, they asked us to take a picture of them in front of the big tree that's in Sequoia, because they have giant redwoods. So he takes the picture, and I innocently make the mistake of saying best friends forever, and then they're like, right, best friends, and then they kiss each other, and I am a little embarrassed because, you know, I assumed I made the wrong assumption here, but the good news is that it was all in good, like, everyone was a good sport about it. Like, they weren't offended that I made that mistake, and they just played along with it, and we're like, ha, best friends, totally. So, yeah, my brother thought that was hilarious. And the good news is that just, like, no one got hurt. Good sportsmanship. Yeah, it's like, it was just fun because, like, an innocent mistake turned into, like, just a silly moment. And Like, I'm that kind of person where I will make that kind of oblivious mistake sometimes. I don't always notice things. So, it can lead to some really good, to some great comedy. Okay, so the 2 stamina cards I'm going to use. I'm going to go with Top Gun. I haven't used them in a long time. And Super Creek, which I haven't used in a long time. It's actually been a while since I really used that card. I'm surprised, because Super Creek used to be on every deck I had. For a long... You are the evil and intimidating horse. These are the speed cards I got. I think this is the deck I'm going to go with. I mean, Sweep Tosho, all reliable. King Halo's usually just good for in general speed. And Kidus in Black, I mean, it's the card. Okay, so if I have Rico and don't need 2 stamina cards, should I add a power card? Or should I go 3 stamina? Or should I go, or not 3 stamina, I should say. Or should I go 4 speed? If you draw me as an evil and intimidating horse, the only thing I ask is that you immediately at me. Like, so that I can see it. I beg of you. If you draw that, I'll share that to my community page. That sounds amazing. Okay, so in that case, another speed card. So this game guide does recommend, if they do recommend another speed card, the one I do have, see, there's Narita Taishin, and then there's Narita Bryan. Those are the 2 that they recommend. Narita Bryan, I think I can go with that. Let's see, what does it have again? Let's see, 1 power card. Let's see, if I did have a power card, the power suggestions are typically vodka. So you know what? Let's go with that. See, vodka, you know, despite vodka being one of my oldest cards, I've never been able to successfully uncap her. Like, ever. Although I do have a higher level on Rice Shower. That could help. Let's see. Alright, vodka it is. Vodka. Alright, let's go. Enough time wasted. Let's play this game. Alright, we want to read the training events? Alright. A pint-sized Uma Musume hailing from Naniwa. Despite her underprivileged beginnings, she strives to succeed for the sake of her family. Together, we're about to take on the Twinkle series. Okay, that makes sense. So, in the lore, the actual horse, for anyone who's unfamiliar, I think most of you guys are, originally, the original farm that bred the horse went out of business. So, people believe that because he had to change homes, he was traumatized by that moment. Of course. She is broke. I guess that's the joke. Well, the reason why the lore of her being broke is that the barn went out of business, so the barn is officially broke. That's just how it is, man. Maybe in retirement. I think we've already seen this. Okay, we already get that. I think we can move forward past that. The thing is, though, that despite her being one of the smallest characters in the series, in the entire franchise, Tamamo Cross is not the smallest horse in real life. In real life, she wasn't big, but at about 440 kilograms, let's see, at 440 kilos, she's heavier than Stay Gold, and let's see, 440 kilos in American, that would be 970 pounds, so that's definitely light. Hello, Phoenix Windborn, what's up, how goes it? It goes well. Do I solo this Brokey? Nah, she's got more muscles in one arm than I do in my whole body. Nishino Flower. The thing is, there's no actual confirmation of the horse's real height. Although, again, the horse is probably Gold Ship was not 600 pounds or kilograms. That would be ridiculous. Gold Ship was big, but not the biggest. See, the peak weight that Gold Ship had was about 510 kilos. 510 kilos is certainly heavy, but not the heaviest. That puts Gold Ship at 1,120 pounds. So that would make Gold Ship about 150 pounds heavier than Tamamo Cross, which is definitely a lot. 600 kilos is mammoth, to say the least. But I will also give you, on the flip side, there are horses that did reach that weight. Oh, she's off. Okay. So are these like her parents? I know they're not actually your parents, but is that just like the role in her own story? Like, she's the same age as them, but they treat her like they're her daughter, I guess. I can relate to that, though, because I'm not a big guy. Rivals. Oh my god, they were roommates. Are you guys old enough to remember that? Oh my god, Sketchy's playing the game? Yes. So, like, that is fair, yeah. The big thing is that I can relate to Tamamo Cross being kind of littled, because even though I'm not the smallest guy out there, I'm not big either. I'm 5'7", about 160 pounds, but for some reason, I just feel smaller around everyone. Maybe it's because I still look like a kid to some people, but for whatever reason, I still feel tiny. Like, I'm 21, I can drink alcohol. And yet, I also feel like a little dude, like a little kid almost. That probably would be good for my back. Like, even when I'm in my outfit, one thing that I had to desperately... Bro, stop talking, you're making me feel old. I'm sorry. I get she's from Kansai, but I can't help but find her dialect annoying. See, that's something I'd have no idea about. Like, because, see, I would know nothing of, for lack of a better word, dialects and accents. In terms of, like, these characters. Plenty of time to grow. I mean, cute and also awesome characters are not very, they're pretty common. I mean, from my childhood, I mean, Kirby, that's a great example. I mean, Kirby's this pink ball, and yet Kirby is also able to swallow, is also an endless dimension inside his stomach. And that's pretty crazy. She speaks in Boomer compared to everyone else in Tracen. It's only beaten, literally, by the oldest grandma, Maruzensky. So she talks Southern and old, despite being this small. So, in, like, American terms, she'd be like my Southern grandmother. Oh, I'm the same height as you, Take. Okay, here's a funny technicality. I'm actually 5'6", 9'3" inches. So I hate the doctor because they're like, yeah, technically you're not 5'7", and I'm like, I hate you. I'm already small, and you do this to me. The grandma with butterscotch. Make that centimeters. Let's see, 5.693 inches. I think that makes me 170 centimeters. If I remember correctly. Let's see. Yeah, I'm about 170 centimeters. Guys, please, I'm not Yutaka Take. There's a lot of differences. Like, his hair's black and mine's brown. That's the biggest and most obvious difference of them all. Oh, food. Food is pretty nice. You dye it. I wish we could use foreign Umas in the game, but I'd really love to use Obey Your Master. I'm 172 centimeters. I hate you so much. Do you want to be a jockey someday, or have you? I am no jockey. The thing is that even though I may have the body to technically be a jockey, I am so fat by jockey standards. At 153 pounds, or actually no, I'm like about 158. It's like, and with all these meals, I don't have the willpower to lose like 25 pounds. No, I'd have to lose like 30 pounds actually to even be considered. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm just too weak. I'm too weak-willed to do all that. Black Caviar would be a cool Uma. Oh, come on. You're really rubbing this in my face, Uma K. Like, you really gotta rub it in that you can grow taller than me. Lovely. Yeah, like, of course, I wish I could be the size of a jockey, and then even if I did lose the weight, but here's the other part of it. I am so scared of riding at that speed. Like, to put it simply, I can ride a horse, but don't expect me to ride a thoroughbred. That's a totally different beast. Like, horse racing is all about when you're getting hurt. So, like, I don't want the guarantee of falling from a 40-mile-per-hour horse that's also weighs half the size of my car. Just no. Yeah, I know some people do argue that I am a late bloomer. Trust the horse? Yeah, well, I can't trust everyone else. It's like driving your car, you know? You can't trust every car on when the horse throws you off. How about riding a pony? Ah! Oh, hey, it's Tosen Jordan, one of the horses I know the least about. Also, get good. I don't know. Thank you very much, Kinda Quick. Go back to writing your lesbian fan fictions. Farlap or Seabiscuit, who is the best hero of the Great Depression? Well, in terms of heroism, it's kind of a tie there. Although Farlap did one thing Seabiscuit didn't, and that's travel out of his country. That, I think, screams more in terms of, like, legacy. They'd be very big. Holy Roller would be very big. Yeah, Sunday Silence, that's the one American horse that I think should be in the game. But... oh, quit your screaming. Let's focus on stamina here. Beef stew. I've never had that. I mean, technically, what kind of copyright problems could be? Hello, that racing guy. Is there any horse that the JRA that could take on Secretariat? Well, if you took him on sick, then a lot of horses could beat him. But just like, but honestly, one thing about about Japanese horse racing is that for a lot of time, Japan was quite inferior to American racing. It's only recently that they've even stood a chance. Thank you very much, Rika. Oh yeah! Let's get that bonus up there. Oh yeah, my mood's up. Okay, we can either go speed or energy. Oh wow, my stamina's really up. Well, gotta speed boost things up for the Unity Cup. I wonder what I know that the Chenery estate is a little bit litigious. I'm curious of what they would do. Alright, get another boost there. Noriboshi! Hello! Welcome to the stream. The roles are reversed. Normally it's me hanging out in your live streams, but today you're in mine. What an honor. It was so great getting to be a part of that one live stream. That took like a lot of energy, but that was so fun to do. Oh, I didn't know beef stew was popular in Jamaica. Let's see, should we get any Nah, actually, you know what? I'll get corner recovery for now to save time later, but besides that, I think I'll just wait. Southeast Asian horse racing is underrated compared to other Pacific horse racing nations like Japan, Hong Kong, and Australia. Is it true? Competitively, Southeast Asia is very behind the 8 ball, but their fan base is pretty fun to talk to. All right, let's actually do what I'm good at, and that's calling horse races. So, all right, let's get a look at the field here very quickly and start picking up the pace. I can't be here all day. Un Cha-ching. Oh no, let's see. U Chan Ging. Unchanging. I am so stupid. What the heck is wrong with me? I thought it was like an Uma joke, not unchanging. Sorry, I don't speak English good. Marionette waltz. Sidecar. Sorry, no hablo inglés. Ribbon march. Breeze plane. And feel the fate. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Uma changing. Tama will eat them all up, even in her small stomach. Alright, it's time for the first race of Tamamo Cross's young career. Just a field of 9 horses. There's Hara Hara, third choice. Second choice, Ribbon March. And our favorite, White Lightning herself, Tamamo Cross. They're in the gate, ready for the start. And they're off and racing. Good start for all. Going to the early lead. On the inside, that is Unchanging. Unchanging and then moving up as well. There is Marionette Waltz. Marionette Waltz, Hara Hara. Hara Hara and Marionette Waltz. And it's about 3 lengths more to Sidecar along with Breeze Plane. In the middle of the pack, it's Aggregation. Towards the tail end of the field, Tamamo Cross with Feel the Fate. And last of all, there is Ribbon March and Unchanging. So Unchanging can see them all early on here. That is my mistake. Leading the way, there is Hara Hara, third choice in the betting, as we have now hit the backstretch. Moving up ever so slightly and going up to mount a challenge here, along with Hara Hara here. It is Sidecar. Sidecar is moving up into the second spot. They've been fighting back and forth with that appears to be Marionette Waltz, who made a precocious move on the outside of them. There goes Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross is beginning to pick it up here. The thunder clouds are beginning to form down the backstretch. So leading the way still, it is by about a length Hara Hara. Hara Hara it's now been passed, and there goes Marionette Waltz, and Tamamo Cross on the outside is look at her go. She makes a big sweeping move and has now taken over the lead. It is Tamamo Cross in front by a length. In second place, Marionette Waltz. After Marionette Waltz, it's just the rest of them. Look at that. There goes Tamamo Cross on the outside with her ribbons flowing through past the 200-meter pole. It is all Tamamo Cross. An easy debut victory for this future idol. 6 lengths, the winning margin. It was a mad dash for second. Always here for a good race call. Yeah, that's a good call. Elite ball knowledge, remembering Hala Hala. Girl, you gotta eat! Oh, I didn't know you had a half-brother to I Am Fred. That's cool. Let's see. Gambling time. Oh yeah, baby! Horikite Ko. Oh, Meisho, Tabaru, and Samson? Maybe. They're not the highest on my list. It's fascinating how Agnes Digital is similar to Secretariat career-wise, both being able to win G1s on dirt and turf while being the complete opposite in terms of their peers. That is true. The other thing also is that they actually physically look quite alike. I mean, they're both red, and they even have and they also have very similar looking, like, leg markings. Girl, you gotta eat. That'd be a different story if you were training Oguri Cap. Well, there's one there's one word missing from that sentence. We're training to beat Oguri Cap. Oh wait, that's two. Sorry, again, I failed English. But who needs English when you can win races? Do you think Tamamo Cross is a GED? So what's I Am Fred's half-brother named? Is it, Freddy I Am? Is it Har Ha Har? What do we got? I'll be honest, I know that I definitely don't understand, like, accents and dialects in Japan, but to me, she just sounds like a gremlin. Like, that just sounds like her personality. A Fred name? Hey guys, so there's a horse. So okay, this is where we come into play, chat. Let's have some fun here. So there's a horse who's a half sibling to a horse named I Am Fred. Now, what would you name a horse who is siblings to a horse named I Am Fred? And it has to keep the Fred in the title. What kind of... Do your worst, everyone. Oh, look. She can read. I am not Fred. That is brilliant. Fred's brother. Seems like everyone likes I Am Not Fred. John. Thank you, Jock Salt. Alright, her mood improved. Yay! Fred Fazbear, I'm not sure if that would go past the copyright. Alright, let's get a Spirit Burst. Fred am I. Thank you, Umake. The one, not Fred. The Freditor. Second, I actually love that. The Freditor. That is like I'm gonna save that just for, I'm just gonna save that in general. I think the Freditor is a brilliant name. Project Jira or whatever the name is. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. That is brilliant. Like, Fred I Am would be the most logical name, but the Freditor, that puts me to shame. You are brilliant. Alright, let me add that to my name list, just in the future. The Freditor. I gotta keep that around. The Freditor, named by Project Jira. Okay. I'm a Frednot. Also, hello, Mr. Sketchman. Hello, Hello, Skull PG3. You pronounced it exactly? Yay! You think Freditor would make it past the Jockey Club name? Probably. The only problem would be copyright, and I don't think there is any copyright issues with that name. I hate having to train Guts, but I gotta get those boosts for Unity Cup. My Fred doesn't know. Brilliant. Okay, what's your... You look exactly the same. Oh, now it's lightning, I guess. Fred knows everything. My Fred knows everything and the Fred doesn't know. The real lightning is stealing my thunder. Where's the Symboli Rudolph jokes? Alright, let's get some energy. It's hard work, but I love it. How corrupt do you think is the IFHA compared to other sports federations? Bro, I don't know. And do you think if I knew the answer to that, I'd tell everyone? Actually, maybe my silence is more, is deafening. I love her shrug. She looks nonchalant. Nice nature levels of bad B. Federal agent. My god. You guys are too damn good. If I ever had a Fred farm, that would be so easy. Let's see, right next to Fritter Critter. Federal government. Or a federal agent. Federal agent, and who came up with that? Daisho Maru. You'll live on forever. Brooklyn Coffee Shop or Silver Submarine? Will they add horse racing in the Olympics? No way. Alright, let's just get a burst. I know that... Oh yeah, this boost. Alright, let's see. While I'm walking, I'm gonna get some Gatorade, because when I talk this much, I get dehydrated really fast. I need to keep the energy. If I'm gonna keep the energy up, unlike Miss Tamamo Cross here, I'm gonna have to eat a little bit. So, let me get the boosts. Right? And then get a nice stamina boost here. Actually, you know what? Let's go for some speed. Let's get some speed. I am speed. I am speed. I am speed. Perfect. The exact fuel. Alright, this is so scary, but please don't do this to me. Yes! Rika! Thank you so much for helping us! Alright, perfect. Alright, let's do this. White Lightning McQueen. I wonder if that actually isn't taken yet. Their stories. I am Fred will always be ahead of his twin. I am not Fred. Will have an amazing heel story. Rainbow time! Ka-chow, desu wa! I got a triple crown on my first cross playthrough, despite the game basically telling me do not do this. With how some horse trainers are, I would never trust the Olympics committee if they ever considered adding horse racing. The only way that horse racing could be used in the Olympics is if it was harness horses, because then the harness horses could run for multiple rounds. Those are the only horses durable enough to do that. Like, harness horses, they can run for multiple heats, so that kind of Olympic format would only work for harness horses. So close, Noribashi. She might as well be a cat. Alright, time for some recreation. I mean, it would basically be like, you could argue that it'd be like chariot racing in the Coliseum. I do envy you. Alright, let's get the skill hint. A harness horse is a standard bred. So basically, it's a type of horse racing where you hook up a horse to what's called a cart, a two-wheeled vehicle, and the horse trots about as fast as some horses gallop. That's a harness horse. The breed is typically standard bred, but there are other trotting breeds. Ace this run, trust. Thank you. Okay, first up, let's get the Unity Cup underway. Okay, chat, do you want me to call the Unity Cup, or do you want me to just speed through these so we can focus on the other races? Double circles. Let's just do it just cause. We'll do this one, and then we'll do the finals. That's it. We'll do those. Let's see. Alright, Memorial Galazzo. Frilled Lemon, I've heard that name a couple times. Tetrabiblos. I wonder what kind of programming they implemented to get these names generated. And not just that, the characters. Alright, Uphill Battle. Okay, and then Breeze Drone. Uphill Battle. Have they been up in the hills? Doing God knows what? Alright, perfect. Let's roll. For the Unity Cup. It'd be interesting mainly because we could see horses from some nations that are like more towards harness racing, like Sweden. Yeah, and harness horses have been in the past raced at thoroughbred tracks. It's like they would do a mixed meet. Alright, time for the Unity Cup. Horses are in the gate. And they're off. Late start for Tamamo Cross. Not exactly how you want to do things. She will be last early on. Sound Suzuka, as expected, goes right to the early lead for Team Uphill Battle. In the second spot is Six Pack, followed then by Ikono Animal. It's another length back to Breeze Drone from Team Uphill Battle. Alongside it's going to be Time Ticking. Another length back to Frilled Lemon. Tamamo Cross recovers on the corner after that rough beginning. It's a huge gap back to Must Choose Me, with Tamamo Cross right behind. Between horses, there looks to be Time Ticking. After that on the outside, it is Tetrabiblos. Between horses, Memorial Galazzo. And last of all, Machikane Fukukitaru from our team. So continuing to lead the way, Silent Suzuka by about 2 lengths here, as we're running the far turn. On the outside, Breeze Drone in second place. In third, that is Six Pack, and then Ikono Animal. Ikono Animal. Continuing to move up the pack ever so slightly is Tamamo Cross, but they've only passed 3 horses so far. They still got a bit of work to do, as Silent Suzuka leads the way. Getting a small breather was Machikane Fukukitaru, and Tamamo Cross is picking off horses. He's moved all the way up to 5th, and she's on the outside and swelling with speed. Here comes Tamamo Cross, the only hope of catching Uphill Battle Silent Suzuka. It's down to these two. Who's it gonna be? Silent Suzuka shortening in stride. Tamamo Cross makes a big dive, and it's a photo finish! Who got it? We did! It was a nose bob! Just like that! So close! But even the little Tamamo can stick her nose in front when need be. Look at the tote! A nose! We escaped the jaws of defeat! And we win our first round. Man, I love Clutch. I love Clutch so gosh darn much. Alright, now we have to, like, actually, like, get fans or something? Let's get some energy. Yeah, she ran quite well. Oh, hey, my mood's up. Yay! Yeah, end closers are fun. Okay, let's see. How will I make my path to fame? Oh, the Shinzon Kinen. Yeah, there's not really much in the way of Unity Cup stuff. Yeah, let's just go and get this done. Let's kick this race's butt. Ah, shucks. I am so stupid. I didn't realize that I put her in a mile race. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Well, there's no way I win this. Ah, whatever. It's not the worst thing in the world. I can always just run her next week. Yeah, let's just get this over with. Ouch. That hurt. Hey, we got some fans. All right, so after my fat finger, let's try this again. Let's fix this up. Okay, next race. I won't make that mistake. All right, I think I know what I gotta do. Let's get the let's see. The Wake Goma, that's a medium race. All right, the Wake Goma. All right, this one. All right, no more rushing. Let's relax. And let's get this show on the road. This is where we start to really get our star horse in order. Time ticking again? Huh, she's a stubborn foe. Oh hey, it's unchanging. Poisonous. That's a fun name. Jewel Ruby. Bitter Parfait. Nice Nature. Breeze Plain. Cinnamon Milk, Elegant General, and Mini Content. Alright, this time I will not make the same mistake. Horse are getting ready for the Wake Goma, an open stakes race. Oh hey, it's Nice Nature. They're in the gate. Away we go. Good start. For the lead. To the front, it's Celeb Actress on the inside. Already makes a break for it. On the outside, Breeze Plane, along with Elegant General in this wall of horses past the first circuit, across the finish line the first time. Celeb Actress is going to go for it. It's a two-horse race early on here. After Celeb Actress, that would be Breeze Parfait. Breeze Plane. Then it's another gap back to Bitter Parfait. Bitter Parfait is in the third position early on here, down this backstretch. It's a bit of a drop back to Elegant General. Elegant General, it's a wall of horses. Turkey is alongside as well. And it's the gap back to Ribbon Threnody, along with Pink Chow Chow. On the inside, that's Tamamo Cross, that's our very own. Alongside that, there is Poisonous, and then Unchanging, last of all, Mini Cotton. Celeb Actress leads the way. Turkey stalking in second place early on here. As we're now rounding the far turn, Turkey goes up to challenge, and now takes over the lead on the outside. So Turkey in Japan leads the way. On the outside, Bitter Parfait, really making it hungry here. Parfaits and Turkeys leading the way 600 meters from home. Tamamo Cross, though, needs to get going. She's blocked in 11th place. She needs to find a way through here with 400 meters to go. This is deadly concerning. They hit the top of the stretch here, and just our luck, it is Turkey leading the way. Turkey on the inside, Tamamo Cross is beginning to burst forward. Actually, no, we're on a wall here. Just our luck. This is exactly the kind of stuff I was asking for. This is just perfect. Wow, that was rough. Man, am I gonna actually lose the whole run over this? I can't do that now. Hang on, let's just first get this rest in. At this point, I don't even care anymore. I just need to win a damn race. Alright, let's just get this over with. This is ridiculous. There we go. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. Sorry I lost my patience there, but That was just ridiculous. I had to get myself back in the game somehow. Man, you know, for how small she is really strong. I have not seen Stingray. Alright, you said my speed was a little low? How about this? Jason DaCosta, you've told me a little bit. Oh hey, S-tier Long. Let's go gambling! Yes! Oh, it's great. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go to the Kyoto Shinbinhei. The Yayoi show is already gone. I'm actually gonna see if I can make it to the Derby. I'm feeling ambitious. Or actually, let's see. Could do that burst. I've done enough gambling. Alright, let's get another race under her. Continue our quote towards our quota. Frilled Pine. Blue Chow Chow. Zip Liner. Air Groove. Turkey. Cupid Shot. Cupid Shoot. Mini Pansy. What a name is that? Mini Pansy and then Mini Lavender. They must be siblings. Flamenco Step. Agnes Tachyon. That's lovely. Daiwa Scarlet. Fruit Parfait. Srivatsa. Gold Chip and Mihono Bourbon. Let's race. Let's see what happens. Can we get an end closer battle in the Kyoto Shinbinhei? All in. They're off. Good start for all. Who's gonna go for the lead first and get first call? Looks to be Daiwa Scarlet and Mihono Bourbon. They kick clear of the pack early on. Then it's Srivatsa in the wall of horses as they hit the wire for the first time. Daiwa Scarlet holds a slim advantage over Mihono Bourbon into the very first turn. After that, it's just an endless wall here. Blue Chow Chow sticks their head in front for the bronze position. Agnes Tachyon is within the other horses with Cupid Shoot, and to the outside, Srivatsa, and then on the inside of Srivatsa, that looks to be, I think that might be Zipliner. Zipliner's a gap back to them. After Zipliner, it is Tamamo Cross along with Gold Ship, who are towards the back of the pack. So leading the way still, it's Daiwa Scarlet. Mihono Bourbon remains in the second spot. In third place, Blue Chow Chow has made up significant ground and is only 2 lengths off these leaders. On the inside, alongside with the rest of this group, that looks to be Blue Chow Chow and Cupid Shoot. Cupid Shoot lies in wait. Agnes Tachyon is between horses in the running in 5th place past the 800-meter pole. After that, Trivatsa, along with Air Groove. Then it's Zipliner, alongside there's Fruit Parfait and Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross, gold chips at the back of the pack here. We're about to hit the top of the stretch. Tamamo Cross better get going. Daiwa Scarlet leads the way. Tamamo Cross on the outside is picking up speed. The lightning begins to strike, but she has to find her way through here. It is Daiwa Scarlet in front. Agnes Tachyon is in second. Then it's Mihono Bourbon, Air Groove, and Tamamo Cross seems to have nothing in reserve and falls back. It is Daiwa Scarlet, Agnes Tachyon chasing after her daughter, but loses. That hurt. That frickin' hurt. Well, that sucks. Man, I'm really not doing good. I need to really reevaluate my situation here. Alright, we gotta focus here. Alright, so forget the derby. We're gonna have to try something else. I've been trying. I'm running her in G2 races and crap. And even that's not working. Let's get her ready for the summer. Let's just train her through the summer. Let's see, let's get through the Unity Cup. Alright, we won the Unity Cup. Noted. Alright, let's increase the power. Alright, nice burst. Nope, Tama's not locked in. We're having trouble here. Greetings, MTAT. Alright, so we're picking up some speed here. That's good. And some power. How are you today? I'm alright. So let's just rest through here. Let's see, the next big test I want to try is the Kikka-sho. I do want to try the Kikka-sho. Ciao, racing guy. Let's see, if we're gonna do the... I think first off, let's just get it. You know what, actually also... we need to get some skills. Let's see, let me change that up here. Good luck with the Sagittarius Cup. Alright, the Niigata Kinen. Alright, let's see if our luck finally changes here. Krasnea. Alright, that's a new face. Frozen Sky. Heroin? What, you got some? Nexus Force. Oh, six-pack has returned this time. Alright. Breeze Dome. Agnes Tachyon again. Irresistible. Zipliner. Confusion. Winning Ticket. Manhattan Cafe. And Ukaldi. Let's race. Alright, they're in the gate. Ready to start. And they're off and racing. Tamamo Cross takes himself to the back as predicted. On the far outside, there goes Ukaldi. Ukaldi right to the lead by 2 lengths on the inside. There's six-pack. Six-pack along with Nexus Force and third place Frozen Sky. Gap back made to Breeze Dome with Krasnea, then Bow and Shield. Then it's another 2 lengths back to Agnes Tachyon. Leading the rest of the gap is Tamamo Cross and Starry Pride early on, followed behind Winning Ticket. Then it's Zipliner, the trailer Confusion early on. So leading the way, it's Ukaldi. Ukaldi by about 2 lengths. In second place, there's Nexus Force. In third, it's six-packs with then Breeze Dome and Krasnea, Bow and Shield, Agnes Tachyon. Moving up a little bit and recovering on the corner is Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross is slowly getting going here as we're rounding the far bend. And now Tamamo Cross seems to be a little in behind trouble here as we are halfway through the far turn. Still in the lead, Ukaldi. Ukaldi is waiting for a chance to strike. Tamamo Cross takes the inside with 600 meters to go, and it's slowly gaining ground with every stride here. They just need an opening as we have now hit the long straight, and now lightning is striking. Here goes Tamamo Cross, just as we'd hoped. She bursts ahead and takes over. Tamamo Cross is the new leader in Niigata with 200 meters to go. Breeze Drone trying their best in second, but they're only getting further away. Here goes Tamamo Cross, the winner. Thank you very much. Child of Pickness. You have a good night, and I hope you feel better soon. Oh, hey, that was good. My confidence is boosted. It's not totally shattered. Let's see, let's just hit this. I want to get this off my chest, so let's just see if we can get top 3 in the Kyoto Daishoten. None may defeat the Brokey. Absolutely. Alright. Tamamo Cross, Seiyun Sky, Admire Vega. Now it's starting to really feel like a regular run here. I guess I've never really had this kind of early opposition before, in terms of, like, losing. Primera Chica, Tip of Tongue, Takeoff Plane, Oishi Parfait. Ribbon Rondo. TM Opera O. Oh, that's good. Machikane Fuku Kitaru. Predatrice. Break Chain. Divinity. Zeno Rob Roy and Frozen Sky. Alright, let's see. The Kyoto Daishoten. Let's get this achievement underway. She is fun? Yeah, I'll try her again at some point, too. They're off in the Kyoto Daishoten. Seiyun Sky gets first call. But also, here comes Takeoff Plane. Takeoff Plane with Seiyun Sky early on the outside, Frozen Sky. On the inside, Primera Chica is fourth, big gap back. Then it looks to be TM Opera O and Bravely Co. After that, another separation here. The field is spread across the track like cream cheese as we're rounding the first turn. In the back part, there's Divinity and Zeno Rob Roy. Tamamo Cross also towards the back of the pack. And then there's also Oishi Parfait and Reed Historia. The entire field could be separated by as much as 20 lengths. Seiyun Sky leads the way early on by about 2 lengths. Moving into second, it's Frozen Sky. Every great thing has a cheap copy. Takeoff Plane in third. Primera Chica is fourth, along with TM Opera O. Hexa Canyon. After that, Predatrice. And on the outside, Divinity with Tamamo Cross number 1. That's where she's going to be. 1,000 meters to go. Tamamo Cross has moved her way halfway through the field. Now she's in ninth and still out of trouble as we continue around the bend. Seiyun Sky is leading with 800 meters to go. Tamamo Cross moves up from 8th and is now going to move its way up to 2nd. Leading the way, Seiyun Sky. They're the one to catch. In 2nd place, Frozen Sky. Then on the outside, Tamamo Cross and TM Opera O. They're going to mount a challenge here. TM Opera O and Tamamo Cross, they seem to have already made daylight. They already caught up to Seiyun Sky. Seiyun Sky back down to the ground. Tamamo Cross on the outside with homestretch haste has completely swept by the field here and is running away with it. Not even the TM Opera O can flex away past this one. Little Tamamo Cross is way ahead of the competition and wins the Kyoto Daishoten. Now we're talking. Now, finally, this is what I'm looking for. Absolute victory. So, do we gut Spirit Burst, or do we go for the Kikka-sho? Do we finally get that G1, or do we get the Spirit Burst? Kikka-sho it is. Let's see. Any skills worth getting? Ramp up it is. I have about 400. My goal usually when it comes to like if I really want to get a lot of speed, typically I try to get about 600 by the end of my second year. Frilled Grape, what a name. Alright, Mayano Top Gun. That won't be fun. Sam Garden. Snowfrost. Skanda. Tamamo Cross. Squeeze Out. Manhattan Cafe! Well, that's gonna be difficult, now isn't it? Gold Ship. Narita Bryan. Gold City. Natalie Note. Ribbon Etude. And Read Poetry. Oh, haha. I can't read. It feels weird that this is the this is the first time we've actually gone into a grade 1 with her. Like, normally by now we have like 3 grade 1s or whatever, but we took our time with this one. Time for the final step in the classics. The Kikka-sho. The longest and toughest. Riding off of her win streak, Tamamo Cross is your favorite. They're in the gate. Ready for the start. And they're off in the Kikka-sho. Mihono Bourbon wastes no time at all, even though there's still plenty of race left. Skanda moves into the second spot, with Narita Bryan in third. Read Poetry is behind horses. They drop back a little bit. Mayano Top Gun moves up a slot or two. Then it is Read Poetry and Gold City. Gold City bursts ahead of Read Poetry. She is past that on the literacy scales. Then it's, after that, number 11, Manhattan Cafe, who is stalking with Tamamo Cross. After Tamamo Cross, there is Gold Ship. Gold Ship along with Frilled Grape towards the back of the pack. So now we've hit the home stretch for the first time, but certainly not the last in today's event. It's Mihono Bourbon by about a length. Second place, that is Skanda. Narita Bryan and then Mayano Top Gun, third and fourth, with Gold City. On the outside of Gold City, Read Poetry. After that, on the outside, that's Manhattan Cafe and Ribbon Etude. Ribbon Etude, another length back to Special Week, followed by Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross and Snow Frost, another length back to Squeeze Out. Squeeze Out on the inside, there's Gold Ship towards the back of the pack with Reverent. Then it's alongside Reverent, that should be Ribbon Etude. Frilled Grape is going to be the back marker in the Kikka-sho of the 18 horses. There's just 1,200 meters left. Mihono Bourbon has been dealt the burden of leading the pack the whole way. Narita Bryan gains ground and now takes second place. So Narita Bryan is within striking position. Mayano Top Gun is also picking up. Gold City has made up ground into the fourth spot. Mayano Top Gun makes a precocious move. She's now the leader. She's the one to catch with 800 meters to go. Mayano Top Gun, Special Week's also coming from the back of the pack. And Tamamo Cross has gone up to 7th place. They're really making up ground now with 600 meters to go. Mayano Top Gun, Special Week, Manhattan Cafe, and Tamamo Cross on the outside. Who's it going to be as they hit the top of the stretch? On the outside, Tamamo Cross is coming down like a thunderclap. Here she comes. Manhattan Cafe to the inside. Narita Bryan, Tamamo Cross across the track like a blitz. Here she goes. Tamamo Cross wins the Kikka-sho at the finish line. Manhattan Cafe ran well to be second, and then it was Mayano Top Gun in third. Read Poetry? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do with it. 5 lengths too! We've got a good one. That was fun. Now my confidence is back. It was shattered earlier. We finally did it. We did it, folks. Let's get an energy burst. That is a good point. In that case, I think I know what our next choice is going to be. We're going to run in the Arima Kinen. Hey Sketchy, when I max out my Manhattan Cafe and my Kitasan SSR card, should I make a Sunday Silence build? I'm not sure how you do that, but I mean, you can explain that to me, but that sounds pretty fun. A quick bite. Finally, the Brokey's eating. Yeah, let's get some food in her. Get it at Lardass. Only black horses? That's one way to do it. Alright, please don't mess this up, Tamamo Cross. You're supposed to be kind of good at this race. Alright, Daiwa Scarlet. Circuit Breaker. TM Opera O. Olino Corriente. Imagine Success. Cossack Step. Town Hangout. Mayano Top Gun. Elegant General. Alley Cat. Aishin Flash. Grass Wonder. Snowfrost. Manhattan Cafe. Oh, and of course, Tamamo Cross. Let's race, shall we? We're in a good mood. Let's do this thing. Imagine Success. Yeah, that is a good name. I'm not surprised if someone eventually names a horse that. That's one way to think about it. Corriente is also electricity in Spanish. Thank you very much. That's actually pretty cool to know. I'm not surprised that they use that in that case. That is a good name. The Arima Kinen. The idle horse is in the gate. Ready for the start. And they're off and racing. Mayano Top Gun wins the break. Chasing after her in second, Imagine Success. She is trying to make it reality. TM Opera O is stalking in third place, few lengths behind these runners, as we are already rounding the turn here. After TM Opera O, there is Cossack Step, who has picked up speed. Cossack Step takes third. Daiwa Scarlet, TM Opera O, in between horses, as we're continuing down the stretch here. Elegant General is with them as well. A huge get back to Gold Ship and Aishin Flash, along with Tamamo Cross, who picks up the speed a little bit and moves into 10th place. Still a lot of work to do as they complete the first circuit. Alley Cat is towards the back of the pack as well, with Circuit Breaker and Grass Wonder, and alongside of that, Snow Frost. Can see them all here as we're halfway through the first turn. Saving ground around the turn, Tamamo Cross goes in 9th place. Mayano Top Gun is challenged by Cossack Step, who steps into 2nd place, but TM Opera O goes forward. She wants gold, and she chases after Mayano Top Gun to do it. Cossack Step between horses. Then it's Daiwa Scarlet in an early neck-and-neck duel with Imagine Success. After Imagine Success, there's Elegant General. Elegant General down the back stretch is lying in wait here. Down this back stretch, only 1,000 meters left to go. Gold Ship is picking up speed. So is Tamamo Cross. The two goofy grays are in striking range here in the Arima Kinen with 800 meters to go. Then it's Manhattan Cafe on the outside, the Black Flash. Goras Wonder still has a bit of work to do here as we're halfway around the far turn. TM Opera O is the leader. They're the biggest threat, and we've now hit the top of the stretch here. Tamamo Cross has to get out of trouble with 400 meters to go. Tamamo Cross picks up speed, but TM Opera O leads the way. Tamamo Cross gets into the clear. Can she get there? TM Opera O leads the way, but Tamamo Cross is starting to strike. TM Opera O needs the wire. Gold Ship up the inside, but here comes the other gray. Tamamo Cross and Gold Ship. It's a gray one too, but Tamamo Cross pulls ahead. The little gray wins in a very gray day. Imagine losing. That would be something else. What American Racehorse? Secretariat, Seattle Slew, American Pharaoh, Sunday Silence. Off the top of my head, those are definitely the most important. Me personally, I'd love to see Whirlaway, but that's just not how it works. Alright, let's see if Unity Cup has it. Let's see if we can win this. I'm not sure if we can, but let's just, come on, please. Please don't help a brother out. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Alright. Oh, hey, our goal's achieved. Let's get some stat boosts. California Crow, my beloved. Good choice, good choice. Alright, let's see what kind of event happens. The deluxe hamburger steak? Yes! Man, she needed that. The Hanshin Daishoten it is. Oh hey, the goal's complete. Latruska. You mean March Lorraine. Latruska is in March Lorraine. Do I save my burst or do I go for a wit burst? Hide the steak from Oguri, of course, of course, of course. Alright, in that case, I'll use the power boost. Oh yeah, Valentine's Day and stuff. Cafe Pharaoh did run and was very good in Japan. That might be who you're thinking of. Oh, sweet! Swinging Maestro. Do I have enough for that? Yes, I do! Let's go! Alright, Swinging Maestro, the perfect upgrade. Yeah, let's just raise the wit stat while we have a chance. Tracks aren't really relegated to grades, but they can have high-level races. Like, for example, the track you're talking about, that's Lone Star Park. Lone Star Park has grade 1 quarter horse races, but G3 thoroughbred races at its best. Actually, their best races are usually in May, but I think they run kind of year-round. So, I'd recommend going. Thank you for the blessing. Yes! Alright, celebrate, mister. Bravo, Bravo, Blade Runner, you made it. You've made it into Group A. Alright, the Hanshin Daishoten. Marionette Waltz. Jewel Tourmaline. Gold Ship. Grass Wonder. Circuit Breaker. Jewel Peridot. Flute Rhythm. Mayano Top Gun. Frilled Grape. Imperial Talus. TM Opera O, she's always trouble. Short Sleeper. And of course, Tamamo Cross. Let's see, do we have the highest stamina stat of any like Uma in this race? Yeah, it looks like we do. Man, we're good. We are really good. Long S-stat, congrats. Thank you very much. I wonder if they would consider Sergeant reckless. I don't think they would. She's not a racehorse. Nathan, is the stream title a slick foreshadowing for the time when you got even more ripped than anime Tamamo Cross? Dude, I am a string bean. But if I ever go through a gym arc because of this horse racing game, which I know has happened. Alright, they're going into the gate for the Hanshin Daishoten. 3,000 meters. Let me get a quick swig of the drink. Gotta rest the vocal folds. They're in the gate. Away we go. Mayano Top Gun wastes no time. Grass Wonder is surprisingly aggressive up front here. And who's this? Oh, it's Marionette Waltz. So they're gonna go to the front early today. Not what you always expect. Mayano Top Gun is stalking in second place here. Then it's gonna be a bit of a drop back. Is that Grass Wonder? Who is stalking in second place here? That would be kind of nonsensical for her to be there. Okay, bursting forward, it is Grass Wonder. Grass Wonder out of character, stalking in second place. So they're wasting no time up front here. After that, it's Mayano Top Gun who's behind them. That feels wrong to say. Jewel Peridot, Tamamo Cross is in fifth. So again, the tactics really change. Then it's Frilled Grape with TM Opera O. Then it's Circuit Breaker, a gap back to Flute Rhythm. On the outside, Imperial Thals. And then it is Short Sleeper at the back of the pack alongside Jewel Tourmaline, who can see them all in the Hanshin Daishoten. Still leading the way by about 2 lengths, Marionette Waltz. Grass Wonder in second. Mayano Top Gun is in third. In fourth place, Jewel Peridot. Tamamo Cross backs off a little bit, but is still more forwardly placed than usual. Special Week leads them by about a length here. Luckily, Special Week doesn't hate the grays. After that, Tamamo Cross. On the outside, there's Frilled Grape along with Imperial Thales. And then between horses also, there is Short Sleeper and TM Opera O towards the back of the field with Jewel Tourmaline. The field is bunched up here, and we have a new leader past the backstretch, and that's Grass Wonder. Grass Wonder's fortitude continues as she takes the lead. Mayano Top Gun is right behind, so it's these two up front, and Tamamo Cross has already made their move with Gold Ship. So Tamamo Cross is in the bronze position down the far turn, and now they've taken over. Tamamo Cross has already taken over the lead. Would you look at this? Is it already over? Just look at her go. I'm gonna have to come up with superlatives to make this interesting for the next 400 meters, because this is an absolute slaughter down the backstretch and into the top of the stretch. Just look at Tamamo Cross go. They all tried their quirky little tactics, but none can compare to the amazing burst of speed that this bolt of lightning has. Tamamo Cross in a league of her own, all by herself. Just wait. All right, there they are. Distanced! I'd love to see it. That's my girl. That is so real, Mr. McKay. Home stretch chase at the end when she already destroyed them. She was just flexing at that point. Well, that was easy. Yep, the Tenno-sho Springs next. Piece of cake. Time to get some inspiration, folks! End closer S? Damn! Yes, quarter horses are a different racing breed. They're basically like Usain Bolt versus a miler. Usain Bolt would be the quarter horse. A mile runner would be a thoroughbred. So she doesn't understand what the internet is. Ain't she spooky? Are you taking good care of Tamamo? You know she's jealous of the food Oguri eats. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. She can't afford internet. Wait a minute. Is Tamamo Cross the "my mom kinda homeless"? Oh, bravo on the ribbon. Yeah, quarter horses are the horse that I've ridden the most. No good thing on the countryside. Is this the start of something? This sounds like the beginning of a High School Musical number. Well, yeah. The farm went out of business. Oh, that sucks. Ollie. That's a good name for a horse. It's endearing. Let's get some more wit. We gotta get a smarter Tamamo Cross. Dodging danger. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna get Nimble Navigator until the end. Alright, the Tenno-sho Spring. We'll get that for our next race. For now, let's run her in the Tenno-sho Spring. 18 horses, 2 miles. This is my worst nightmare. Salsa step. I haven't really salsa'd much in my time. Of course, Mano Top Gun. Pudding Parfait. Primera Chica. Circuit Breaker. Meisho Doto. Tour d'Ivoire. Ribbon Capriccio. Gold City. Special Week. Gold Ship. Jakarta Funk. Hey, so, how many of y'all are from Indonesia? Anyone want to represent, anyone want to cheer this 9th favorite on? Actually, what would be the odds that there's a horse running in a Sargako race named that? The French. I hate the French. Let's race, shall we? They're off in the Tenno-sho Spring. A terrible start for Tamamo Cross early on here. Seiyun Sky Gun to the lead early on here. Mano Top Gun is going to move into the 2nd spot. In 3rd place, that is Ribbon Capriccio. After Ribbon Capriccio, it is a gap back to Salsa Step. After Salsa Step, that would be Pudding Parfait, along with Special Week. Then Tour d'Ivoire, a bit of a gap back to Heart Blow Up. and then on the inside, Tamamo Cross. After Tamamo Cross, that would be Gold Ship, and a distant drop back to the trailer, Jakarta Funk. Indonesia is last early on here. Taking over from Seiyun Sky, it looks to be Primera Chica, who's the front runner. Hano Top Gun jogs in second. Seiyun Sky says not so fast and goes up to challenge, but Primera Chica is holding steady and is a stubborn foe up front, but there's still a lot of race left. Hano Top Gun is in third. In fourth place, Ribbon Capriccio. After that, it is Special Week. After Special Week, it is a bit of a drop back to Meisho Doto. Meisho Doto, about another length or so. Then on the inside, there's Pudding Parfait, and Salsa Step. A bit of a gap back to Gold City and Tamamo Cross. It's Heart Blow Up, Gold Ship, and Circuit Breaker, and also Tour d'Ivoire, Roseville Vaz, and last of all, Jakarta Funk. As we've gone into turn number 2. Leading the way, it's Primera Chica, Hano Top Gun, Seiyun Sky, Ribbon Capriccio, then Salsa Step. Special Week is jogging nice and steady. After that, it's a gap back to Meisho Doto, alongside Tamamo Cross and Gold Ship from the back of the pack, and Gold City are steadily making up ground here on the backstretch. Keep an eye on them. They're gaining momentum. The Grays are coming to play in the Tenno-sho Spring, but they still have a bit of work to do. Special Week passes her least favorite color and takes over the lead. Hano Top Gun is in second, then it's Meisho Doto, and then on the outside, here goes Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross moves her way up, all the way to fourth place. She's very close to the leaders now. She's in the third spot. Special Week has to deal with a little lightning bolt, and she goes on the inside and swoops forward. Here goes Tamamo Cross. In an instant, she opens up like a bullet. Special Week is in second. Meisho Doto is in third. Gold City. Then it's Hano Top Gun along with Gold Ship. But with homestretch haste, here goes Tamamo Cross. Just look at her. She's going to distance them. Leave them all for dead. It is another brilliant showing by Tamamo Cross across the finish line. You want a boring normal week? I want to get past this week as fast as Tamamo Cross will pass her in the last spurt. I mean, that's a good way to think about it. Distanced again. Let's freaking go. Get Flight Light. So close to retirement. Alright, Takarazuka time. Not yet. Not yet. Alright, let's rest her up. Alright, good. I mean, this Tamamo Cross is not exactly unique to anything. This isn't a unique situation. Okay, let's see. We probably should get a new ability here. So I can save up for Professor of Curvature. There's straightaway acceleration, corner adept, anchors away, slipstream. Do I have slipstream? There it is. Okay, slipstream. Slipstream it is. Alright, let's look and get this field done. Air Groove. Grass Wonder. Ikono Animal. Pleasant Clerk. Ribbon Minette. Tamamo Cross. Mayano Top Gun. Breeze Plane. Inari 1. Gold Ship. Replication. Sunset Groom. Maroon Sky. Bravo Do, or Duh. Special Week. Meisho Doto. Memorial Galazzo. And Coder. Alright. This is it. Another big one. Oh, potential. Yeah, I don't have enough shoes. I don't have enough shoes for that. Alright, let's race. They're in the gate. They're off. Lays up for Tamamo Cross. No funny business for Gold Ship. Quickest in the stride. That is Breeze Plane. Going to the front early here. Moving up on the outside, River Moment along with Ikono Animal. These three across the track. Meisho Dodo moves into the 4th spot. Inari 1 along with Mano Top Gun and Grass Wonder early on here as we have hit the wire for the first time and go into the first turn today of the Takarazuka Kinen. Breeze Plane is in the lead by about a length. In second place, that is Ribbon Moment. Ribbon Moment along with Ikono Animal. And to the outside, Inari 1. Inari 1 and Meisho Doto, along with Maroon Sky. Maroon Sky, and then it's another length back to Replication. On the inside, there is Air Groove along with Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross and Special Week and Bravo Duh. There's Gold Ship towards the back of the pack, and Coder in the penultimate spot. Memorial Galazzo is last of all. So leading the way in the backstretch of the Takarazuka is Breeze Plane. Ribbon Mamet is in second. Inari 1 moves up into third. Meisho Dodo is in fourth. After Meisho Dodo, it's a gap back to Sunset Groom. Sunset Groom is white as snow. On the outside, Tamamo Cross is picking up speed. She's in the 8th spot here, past the 600-meter pole. She's eyeing her targets, and she's going wide. Here comes Tamamo Cross against Inari 1. Inari 1 takes the lead. Inari 1, number 1, but not for long. Here comes Tamamo Cross, the battle of the little horses. It's Inari 1 on the inside. To the outside, it's Tamamo Cross, but Tamamo Cross just cannot be stopped. On the outside, Meisho Dodo back to third with Grass Wonder, but Tamamo Cross makes Inari 1, Inari 2. It is Tamamo Cross in the Takarazuka. Alright, what matters is our Gremlin 1. This is gonna suck. That wasn't so bad. All 5, an absolute sweep. Tenno-sho. To some extent they do. To some extent they don't. First person. That actually does sound fun. Then you know how it feels to run at 40 miles an hour. I'll be honest, this music kind of reminds me vaguely of Super Mario Galaxy. Let's go gambling! Yes! Whew! That was scary. I was worried. Ooh, delicious. Okay. That is a awful shirt. I love it to death. I'm so proud of you, daughter. Maybe if I go thrifting, I'll find a shirt like that. Nakayama Festa. I did actually see a few people dressing up as Nakayama Festa when I went to Turf Paradise. That was fun. Alright, let's go and get a little bit more speed here. That's actually a really good shirt. Okay, I'm pretty good on, I think I'm pretty good on speed here. I think, if I may only boost speed, one more time, I think after that, I'm just gonna focus on, power and stamina to make her a little bit more well-rounded. And maybe a little bit more wit. Speed, I'm pretty darn quick here, you know? But yeah, I'm definitely gonna boost the stamina here and see if maybe I can get a new team, if she's good enough to be on my team. A Mr. CB sighting? Where? I did get to wear one of my Uma friends' Mr. CB ears. That's the ears that were used for the Uma skit I did at Aqueduct Racecourse. Basically the worst place I could have possibly chosen to do anything Uma related, because it's a bit of a rundown racetrack. It's not exactly where you do a cosplay meetup. Let's just say that. Tunneling voice. Kali Shamard. Special week. Hara Hara. Replication. Jag de Plaute. Zeno Rob Roy and TM Opera O. Okay. It's the big gray. Prioritizing power. Who do you think will win the Japan Road to the Kentucky Derby? I'm really hoping it's Satono Voyage. That horse is so good. Oh, who you playing as, Maguro? I'd try to cap speed personally. I don't think you need more stamina to beat the rest of the races. But if I wanted a more well-rounded character, you know, a slightly more competitive Uma. I mean, this horse has S long and S N closer. I think that could be good for team trials. The Japanese server, I don't even know how to do that, man. I barely even know how to operate my phone. They're in the gate. They're off. Good start for all. Meisho Dodo was surprisingly agile out of the gates. On the outside, making a big move here. Here goes Hara Hara. Hara Hara and Special Week along with Air Groove early on here into the first turn of the Tenno-sho Autumn. Air Groove moves up to mount a challenge. Then to the outside, there's Replication, and then to the inside, there is Meisho Doto, a gap back to Zeno Rob Roy. On the outside, TM Opera O along with Vodka and Oguri Cap. Oguri Cap, the big gray, the big threat here. Aqua Geyser, Ribbon March, then it's Tamamo Cross in 15th place. And at the back of the pack, there is Kolisha Merd as we are rounding the far turn of the Tenno-sho Autumn. Leading the way, Hara Hara. On the outside, it's Replication. Air Groove is in a pocket. Meisho Dodo has found room and takes over the lead. Meisho Dodo goes up with a challenge. Meisho Dodo battling it out early on with Air Groove here. Air Groove and Hara Hara. It's a wall of horses. Special Week Vodka on the inside. Zeno Rob Roy also has move. Here goes Oguri Cap. Here goes Oguri Cap on the outside. Tamamo Cross goes up the inside, and the Tenno-sho Autumn. It's the big grays. They're circling the field. Oguri Cap falls back, though. It's now Meisho Dodo the one to catch, and on the inside, Tamamo Cross. Oguri Cap capitulates. It's the little gray that could. Tamamo Cross. Zeno Rob Roy fights on for second with Oguri Cap, Meisho Dodo, Vodka, and at the wire, Tamamo Cross. All right, we beat our rival. Piece of cake. Oh, right, for Forever Young. I wish. Brokey Affectionate. I think it's Santa Anita you're talking about. Alright, boost some energy. Yeah, they use Santa Anita because Hollywood Park isn't there anymore. Never say never. Never say never. Ooh. Oh, hey, Super Creek, how you doing?
Wow.
Hello, Ananarin. Oh, is this the scam artist? Get rid of that. Yeah, I actually once was called by a hotel scammer. And when I was told it was a scam by a friend, I was like, I ended it with a Yo Mama joke. I don't know what the Yo Mama joke was, but I said Yo Mama and left. Acupuncturist? Nah, that's too many runs. Screw you, acupuncturist. The Arima Kinen. We're in good spirits. We're so close, everyone. I think this is the first time I'll actually be able to finish an entire run in one live stream. Normally I'm really bad at doing that. I wasn't even able to finish Hishiake Bono because my friend showed up. Twin Turbo. Aishin Flash. Doka Doka. That's a good name. Oguri Cap. And Super Creek. Let's race. Sierra Leone would be cool. Hey, easy there. We're here to rewrite history. It's Arima Kinen time, not Oguri time. They're off. Good start for all. Twin Turbo, as expected, takes the lead, but only by a scant margin. She runs with utter fear, as on the outside, taking over, it is Jewel Azurite. Jewel Azurite, and then on the inside, also moving up, there is, along with Twin Turbo, that looks to be very close there. I think that's Blue Aquamarine, as we've now rounded the far turn for the first time in the Arima Kinen. So leading the way, Twin Turbo has given way now, and the leader is Crescent Ace. Crescent Ace, Twin Turbo, Hada Hada is between horses. Then it's a gap back to Jewel Azurite. On the inside, there's Super Creek, a gap back to them, along with Special Week. Then it's Daiwa Scarlet, a big drop back to Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross and Oguri Cap, their rival. Then it's Doka Doka. Doka Doka on the inside, Aishin Flash. Aishin Flash, a bit of a drop back here to Encoder, and then it's Dalmatian, and last of all, it is Yum Yum Parfait. Twin Turbo back in front, but only barely. Now moving up on the outside, it is a battle between them and Hada Hada. Hada Hada, Crescent Ace, and on the outside, there's also Jewel Azurite. Super Creek is moving up and gaining ground and is now splitting horses. Special Week is another couple lengths behind horses. Daiwa Scarlet, then it's Tamamo Cross. After Tamamo Cross, it is a bit of a drop back to Aishin Flash and Oguri Cap. Then it's Doka Doka. On the inside, there's Blue Aquamarine, and last of all, it's Dalmatian. Super Creek takes over the lead from Twin Turbo, but Tamamo Cross has something to say about that. Here comes Tamamo Cross. She's a big girl, no babying around. Here comes Tamamo Cross. Super Creek falls back into second place as she watches that little girl grow up and run away. Tamamo Cross runs away to win the Arima Kinen. Then it was Super Creek in second, and the rest, well, forget about that. We have rewritten history, folks. With this kind of power, I could change the world. I could make the Cuban Missile Crisis actually happen. Ah, crap, the Unity Cup. Alright, we'll watch this one. Alright. Inari 1. Crescent Ace. Pudding Parfait. Soir Celeste. Ribbon March, Tamamo Cross, Mini Veronica, Alley Cat, Little Coco, Sam Garden, Super Creek, and Nay Rhythm. Alright, let's race. Omnipotent Sketchy. Are you the Skibidi Riz announcer? Yes, that is me. Here, I feel like Gwimbly when I do this from Smiling Friends. Skibidi Riz needs to lock in. It's time for the finale of the Unity Cup. Turn the gate. And away we go. Who gets the first call of the Unity Cup finale? It is Crescent Ace of Team Zenith. They make a great escape on the front end. Meanwhile, Super Creek stalks in second from our team. In the third spot here, that would be Nay Rhythm, along with Pudding Parfait. Cap back, Sam Garden, who moves up ever so slightly. Little Cocone bursts forward from Team Zenith. Ribbon March, along with Swar Celeste. To the outside, Sam Garden. At the back of the pack, it's Anari 1 and Tamamo Cross. The little gremlins make up the back of the field in today's Unity Cup finale race. So leading the way still, Crescent Ace, but Super Creek only gets closer with every stride. Then in third place, it's Nay Rhythm. Nay Rhythm lies in wait. Moving up, here goes Little Cocone. They're making up ground. Mini Veronica. Alongside that, there's Alley Cat. Alley Cat, Tamamo Cross. And at the back of the pack, Anari 1 here. As we are remaining down the back stretch. Leading the way still, but not for long. Super Creek has taken over the lead. Team Zenith has lost the lead. And now it's time for Team Carrot to take over. But on the outside, Pudding Parfait is moving up as well, ready to challenge, along with Little Cocone. Little Cocone is serious business and is chasing after Super Creek. Super Creek's lead diminishes, but she tries to hesitate on the pace chaser. 600 meters to go. Little Cocone is scary, but so is Tamamo Cross, because here she goes. Lightning cracks down, and Little Cocone is surrounded by Super Creek and Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross on the outside duels and prevails and takes over the lead. Little Cocone is pushed away by an even littler horse. Tamamo Cross, the master of the little and strong. She wins the Unity Cup finale. Oh man, I feel like Bart. Yeah, you're right. I'm like Bart from The Simpsons. I didn't do it. Yes! We won! We did it! We did it. Let's go! Yay! All right. That's another W to add to my long list of W's in my life. Yeah. S! Alright, I have enough for Professor of Curvature, so let's get that. Let's see, we have good stamina and power. I might just max out speed here. The URI finale, folks. Just 3 more races to go. El Condor Pasa. I'm surprised we haven't seen her yet. Soprano Rhythm. Twin Turbo again. Now, how long is it gonna take before she's playable? Stens. Mambo. Tosen Jordan. Primera Chica. Polka Step. Occident 4, 16 Tamamo Cross, Skanda, Tutunui. Let's race. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, not max it, but just get better. They're in the gate. They're off in the URA Finale quarterfinals. As expected, Twin Turbo wastes no time and goes right to the early lead. To the outside, Skanda is in second place. Then also moving up as well, that looks to be Tunui. And then on the inside, there's also Matcha Lady. After that, it's Machikane Tanhosar in the 5th spot. Alongside them, Tosen Jordan is also lying in wait with, it looks to be, after Tosen Jordan, El Condor Pasa. El Condor Pasa on the outside Polka Step is also enthusiastic. The field's bunched up a bit here. It's Twin Turbo battling it out with Skanda, then Tunu Nui. On the outside, it's Polka Step alongside Tosen Jordan. On the inside, El Condor Pasta moves up a slot. Then it's Gold Ship. Alongside that, it is Machikane Fuku Kitaru, Zipliner, Tamamo Cross, and Occident 4. Occident 4 is near the back of the pack with Soprano Rhythm, the strong silent type. So into the far turn we go here. It is Twin Turbo leading the way. On the outside, here goes Tamamo Cross and Gold Ship. They're taking off. Tamamo Cross has got to get going. Here comes both of the Machikanes. It's these 5 across the track. It's a great battle. Gold Ship, and there goes Tamamo Cross at the inside, sneaking past Gold Ship's nose and takes over the lead to win the quarterfinal. We get closer and closer with every step. I like our odds. Alright, let's get this. So close to victory. Aggregation. Puka Puka. Tokai Teo. Haven't seen that name before in today's run. Pastime Joy, Special Week, and Narita Taishin. So close, so close. They're in the gate. They're off in the semi-final round. First call. Celeb actress bursts away from the pack, certainly getting some screen time. Meijiro Ryan is stalking in second, but on the outside here comes Meisho Dodo and Tokai Teo. Tokai Teo, these two pick up speed. Then it's Mini Cactus. After Mini Cactus, between them alongside as well, Meijiro Ryan It's a bit of a gap back to Special Week. Special Week leads the rest of the gap here with Tamamo Cross and also Aishin Flash. Aishin Flash, Mint Drop, Puka Puka, and after Puka Puka, there's also Kuruskanti and Mint Drop towards the back of the pack. Leading the way, Celeb Actress, but their lead is getting encroached on by Meisho Dodo down this back stretch. Meijiro Ryan is in third and fourth place. That is Tokai Teo with Bow and Shield and Aggregation. After that, there is also Winning Ticket and Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross just ahead of Narita Taishin. Narita Taishin and Pastime Joy and Special Week. As we're rounding the bend, Meisho Dodo has taken over. Meisho Dodo leads the way. Meijiro Ryan is in second, then it's Tokai Teo, and on the outside, Tamamo Cross is surging forward. She has mastered the curve and got her degree in it as she picks up speed. She still has to catch Meisho Dodo, however, along with Meijiro Ryan and Tokai Teo, but she's passed two of them. There's one more to go, and that's Meisho Dodo, and she's taken over. Here goes Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross takes over the lead. Meisho Dodo falls back to second, and it's Special Week along with Meijiro Ryan, Tokai Teo, and Narita Taishin. Here goes Tamamo Cross in from the semifinal, and on to the finale. Tamamo Cross nails it like Jesus Christ. I have done the CM before. I managed to get into the 8 groups, so that was fun. I'm not fully sure. Alright, just one more to go, chat. Man, this was good. This was actually a pretty good career campaign. I hope I don't frickin' jinx it. Alright, Air Groove, Awilda, Bitter Glass. Number 7 is Tamamo Cross. Little Cocoon, she's bad news. Musha Musha. I am Queen. Happy Meek. Ribbon Threnody. Super Creek. Gimme One Love. Mihono Bourbon. Irresistible. Mayano Top Gun. Mini Lavender. Chat, thank you so much for being a part of this. She burned your crops too? How about that? That would be fun if she did actually become a playable character, but let's see. Bitter Glass is the favorite. Little Cocoon is second choice. Third choice, Tamamo Cross. Just one win away from completing your career on a high note. They're in the gate. They're off. Not a good start for Tamamo Cross. Mihono Bourbon wastes no time and goes right to the early lead. Mano Top Gun is in second. Super Creek is stalking in the third spot early on here. But moving forward, also Bitter Glass, the favorite. Bitter Glass is in third. In fourth place, it is Super Creek as they're settling into position. Then alongside, as we're rounding the first turn, that is Itsuba Clover. A drop back to Little Cocoon, who's the middle woman of this race. Then it's Happy Meek along with Tamamo Cross. After Tamamo Cross, there's also... that looks to be I am Queen. I am Queen and irresistible to the inside. Break Chain, and at the back of the pack, it is Happy Meek along with that is Break Chain. It's a 2-horse race up front between Mayano Top Gun and Mihono Bourbon. Bitter Glass is in the second spot. In third place, there is Awilda. Awilda, along with Itsuba Clover. Super Creek is back in behind horses. On the outside, Little Cocoon is picking up speed. Little Cocoon has made her way up through the pack, so has Happy Meek. Happy Meek, Tamamo crosses on the inside, lying in wait. She has a clear opening when she gets it, 800 meters to go. After that, it is a drop back to Air Groove alongside Gimme One Love, and then Irresistible and Happy Meek is not at the back of the pack. That is Women Threnody, and Break Chain is last. Here we are. This is the moment of truth. Happy Meek has moved past, and now here goes Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross is past Happy Meek. Now it's off to catch Little Cocoon and Bitter Glass. Can she do it just one more time? Bitter Glass is in front, but on the outside, here goes Little Cocoon and Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross, Little Cocoon. Tamamo Cross has beaten all comers and poverty. She is brilliant. She has done it one last time. I am so proud of this little horse. Poverty be gone! Give me the stats, baby, give me. Give me all the stats, give me all the good stuff. No stopping me! Oh, just let me have this one. Oh yeah, the Eternal 3. Poor Tamamo Cross. Oh hey, Tokai Teo. Oh, that's so sweet. Man, she made everyone proud, including me. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, no time wasted. No stopping me. Now what do I get? Now what do I use the last of my stuff on? I've already got Professor of Curvature, so I've got a good stamina scaling skill. Most of these don't even fit my, like, running style. I do have... Let's see, I can... level-headed, actually. Alright, level-headed it is. So here's the final look. Honestly, if I got added into the game, I'd die. but there's no way in heck that's happening. Alright, 11,000. That's actually my best first attempt with any Uma character. Sparks, well, that's pretty bad. The Sparks aren't good, but she was a good racer. Let's see what our team looks like now. She's our ace! Let's go! I was able to make an ace. Yeah, that is true. Alright, I got another 100 carrots for that. And I got an alarm clock. Now I just need to complete 10 more playthroughs in 5 days. That should be a piece of cake, really. And then I complete that. Pull cards more. You're probably right, but damn, I love those characters. So, for the Sagittarius Cup, how about we end off with a nice little game of this? I've already qualified for Group A, but why not, you know? I forget, when is that event? Depending on when it is, I could do that. I do like streaming this game. Oh, a free race. You know what? That would be a really fun way to do this. Well, first, let's do the cup, and then anyone who's still around, let's do a public race. That should be fun. So, first, let's just get this out of the way. Let's just do our 5 rounds of Scorpio Cup. I'll do them pretty quickly. The good news is I don't have anything to lose. It's just fun to play, you know? Okay. Alright, Mano Top Gun. Daiwa Scarlet. Biwa Hayahide. And Meisho Doto. All right. Let's see, I'll do this one race, and I think after that, I'll just, like, I'll bring you guys in so you don't have to wait for too much longer. They're in the gate. And they're off. Meisho Dodo wastes no time and goes right to the early lead, but here goes our Mayano Top Gun, and she's out to the front. Mayano Top Gun leads the way by about 4 or 5 lengths early on here. Then in second place, it is Oguri Cap, along with Biwa Hayahide, Meisho Dodo, and Daiwa Scarlet. The two Daiwa Scarlets, actually, are neck and neck, Majiro McQueen, and then it's another Oguri Cap, and Gold Ship is last of all. We're into the top of the stretch for the first time. It is Mano Top Gun leading the way. Second place, Oguri Cap. And third, Biwa Hayahide, Daiwa Scarlet, Meisho Dodo, Daiwa Scarlet again, and Majiro McQueen. Majiro McQueen towards the back of the pack. And at the very end, Oguri Cap and Gold Ship. So it's a sketchy 1-2 up front. Second place, after us, and third, it is Biwa Hayahide from Team El Shero. After Team El Shero, on the inside, there is Daiwa Scarlet from Team Core. Then it's Meisho Dodo from El Shero. Then it's our Daiwa Scarlet down this backstretch. Still leading the way, Mano Top Gun with Oguri Cap, Biwa Hayahide. No particular change in order here. It is still Mano Top Gun by about 2 lengths. Second place, Oguri Cap, Biwa Hayahide, Daiwa Scarlet but not ours. Gold Ship has moved up a little bit and is passing horses down the backstretch. Past Meisho Dodo, Daiwa Scarlet's towards the back of the pack. It's still us, a sketchy 1-2. Oguri Cap fights on with Mano Top Gun as we're rounding the bend. These two remain up front. Biwa Hayahide and Oguri Cap and Mano Top Gun, Gold Ship, and Meisho Dodo, they're into the top of the stretch. Who's it going to be in the final burst? This is where the race is won. It's a duel between us. Oh, what a lovely feeling it is when we're beating everyone. Biwa Hayahide falls back. Meisho Dodo too. It is Oguri Cap who sweeps past our Mano Top Gun, keeps it 1-2. Whew, that felt good. Alright, we gotta win.
Yes.
But I've done plenty of game cups before for you guys. I think it'd be funner while we still have 50 people watching to go and make a public race. It's actually been so long since I've done this that I've kind of forgotten how this works. Okay, everyone. Time to be picky. What kind of race we want here? Or do you want something kind of funny? Oh, like the Arima Kinen. That's one idea. Actually, you know what? We'll do more than one. We'll do the CM, but first I want to try this. I want to do the Ibis Summer Dash. Alright, I'll put in my best horse, and we'll see what you guys got. Alright, Sakura Bakshino. But I'll give the rest of the slots to you guys. Wait, should I turn on a public or should I just keep the ID here? Let's see, let me copy it into the chat. Alright, we got Shiza. You're just gonna have to make do. We'll do more than one if people are interested. Do as many as you want. How about for this first one, 3, but if people feel like they're getting shut off, then do more. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. So many Bakshins. K gets in. Alright. King Halo. Man, this is cool. Why did I never think to do this? I feel kind of dumb not realizing I could have just done this. This would have been so easy. Like, infinite content. Just play with my fans. And see if I can beat them. Okay, Umake. Oh, crap. An S-tier Bakshin. That's gonna be scary. Ghostling sounds like the heavy favorite here. Whoever has Kurin-chan, Shiza, I'm jealous. Let's see, 13. Well, that's good for Sagittarius Cup. Alright, everyone, remind Chato to lock in. Majira McQueen. Jas, I like your style. Alright, the field is set. Alright, they're in the gate. Let's race. I'm just gonna laugh at all the Bakshins. Alright, 1,000 meters straight. Let's get this chaos going. The favorites for this race include Sakura Bakshino, King Halo, Sakura Bakshino, Sakura Bakshino. Oh, Majira McQueen. That's actually the favorite. Wow. Okay. Wow, I am overmatched. Alright, they're in the gate. Gold ship. They're off and racing. Going to the early lead, it is Sakura Bakshino, along with Sakura Bakshino. Maruzinski also bursts forward with Sakura Bakshino. And did I mention Sakura Bakshino? Take a shot every time I say that. Mihono Bourbon, Maruzinski, then there's Kurin-chan, along with, after that, Mihono Bourbon and King Halo's between horses. Kurin-chan again, Sakura Bakshino, and who is in the back, so Sakura Bakshino. Then there's King Halo, Kurin-chan towards the back of the pack. And then, oh yeah, Sakura Bakshino and Sakura Bakshino, along with Meijiro McQueen and Gold Ship is the distant trailer in the straightaway. Kurin-chan leads the way by a slight margin, but then in between horses, there's Sakura Bakshino, along with Sakura Bakshino and Maruzinski. Maruzinski between horses. Here goes Sakura Bakshino. Who's it going to be as they come down to the finish line here? Kurin-chan on the inside. My Sakura Bakshino is running surprisingly well. King Halo, Kurin-chan! Kurin-chan won the race. Bravo, Mihei! You've proven yourself quite brilliant. At 10th choice, too. A bit of an upset. I still love that Gold Chip was a part of this. Hey, look, we have another one. This time, let's do Arima Kinen. You know what? Let's include my Tamamo cross, the one that I just made. Alright. Alright, we'll do one Uma each, and then if there's enough people, then we can add more. But for now, here's another code. Oh, hey, another Tamamo cross that's better than mine. Shiza, how dare you? How dare you be better than me in every way? One Condor, interesting. Meijiro Dober. Oh, is that Exoguri? Oh, wow. You guys are quick. Might as well have some fun. Oh, come on! Alright, it's Arima Kinen time. They're off. It's Wedding Mayano Top Gun, who goes right to the early lead. In second place, Seiyun Sky. After Seiyun Sky, Meijiro McQueen and Oguri Cap. Between horses, now moving up at the inside, there's El Condor Pasa as we go into the first turn. Then it's Exoguri, along with Meisho Dodo across the finish line. And into the top of the stretch here, Mayano Top Gun in a wedding dress. Seiyun Sky, then El Condor Pasa, along with Oguri Cap, and then Oguri Cap, Meijiro McQueen, Meisho Dodo, Tamamo Cross, Meijiro Dober, Gold Chip, Oguri Cap, Gold Chip, and Mayano Top Gun and Tamamo Cross. Complete the field here. As we're about to hit the wire for the first time, Wedding Mayano Top Gun leads the way. Seiyun Sky is in second, then it's the El Condor Pasa in third. The El Condor Pasa, that makes no sense. That's the. That's pretty funny. Mayano Top Gun leads by a length. Then, El Condor Pasa with Seiyun Sky, Oguri Cap, Meijiro McQueen, Oguri Cap, Meisho Dodo, Meijiro Dober, Gold Chip, Tamamo Cross, Oguri Cap, Oguri Cap, Oguri Cap, Gold Chip, Tamamo Cross, and Mayano Top Gun is last. That's a bit uncharacteristic, but kind of funny in an interesting sense. Man, look at all these great horses fly. I love it. It's Mayano Top Gun by about a length. Second place, El Condor Pasa. Gold Chip has made up quite a bit of ground here. El Condor Pasa, Oguri. After that, Meijiro Dober, and then regular Oguri Cap, rounding the far turn here. Taking the lead on the outside, there's El Condor Pasa, along with Gold Chip. Gold Chip moves up and takes over the lead. El Condor Pasa and Gold Chip battle it out. Then Mayano Top Gun is in third. Meijiro Dober, Oguri Cap, and then Meijiro McQueen. We're into the top of the stretch here. And leading the way, it's Gold Chip. El Condor Pasa and Oguri Cap is in third, followed by Mayano Top Gun. It is Gold Chip. El Condor Pasa fights on gamely, but Gold Chip has locked in. Oguri Cap one last run, but it's too late. Gold Chip, the superior grade. Oguri Cap is second, then it was El Condor Pasa in third.
Okay.
12 two times in a row. Hey, I beat you. That's rough. Okay, is there any other ideas for races? I think I can do one more and then I'll conclude the stream. Oh, bravo, Ayada. Mile, good choice. All right, let's go with the Mile Championship. Shady the Equestrian. Anyways. Actually, I forgot to do the pace right. Alright, let's get the code. And now we wait. I could do my taxes right about now, but why would I? Now, how quickly will this field fill up? Well, that was fast. Let's go. Man, I like the diversity here. So the favorite is this Silent Suzuka by Ghostling in Taiki Shuttle. All right, they're in the gate. They're off. So the early lead, it's Silent Suzuka. Who else could it possibly be? Silent Suzuka leads the way. It's a bit of a spot struggle for the other Silent Suzuka, Maruzenski, Sakura Bakushino. Then it's Smart Falcon. After that, it's Taiki Shuttle. After Taiki Shuttle, there is Oguri Cap and Agnes Digital. Then it's Taiki Shuttle again, along with Kurin-chan, TM Opera O, Man on Top Gun, Oguri Cap, Oguri Cap. After Oguri Cap, there is Vodka, who moves up with Meijiro Dober towards the back of the pack here. So leading the way, Smart Falcon makes a sudden move, and now goes up to challenge for a brief moment, but Silent Suzuka fights back. Silent Suzuka, Smart Falcon is in second. Then it's Taiki Shuttle, Sakura Bakushino, along with Oguri Cap, Maruzenski, Taiki Shuttle, TM Opera O, Oguri Cap, Vodka Vodka, double vodka on the house here, as we have now rounded the far turn of the mile championship. Silent Suzuka leads the way, but then in second place on the outside, here goes Oguri Cap along with Smart Falcon. Smart Falcon, more Silent Suzuka. Is there ever enough? As we at the top of the stretch here. Look at that. Silent Suzuka still in front. Can anyone catch this horse? Sakura Bakushino is actually staying strong along with Taiki Shuttle. Taiki Shuttle on the outside is the only hope of catching Silent Suzuka, but Silent Suzuka seems to refuse to give up here. It is gate to wire. That was about as easy as anyone could ask for. Silent Suzuka all the way. Oguri Cap was second, and was a photo for third. Wow, who got that beast? Ghostling. Damn, you're good. Ghostling, you're something else. All right, so some people did suggest doing a medium race, and you know what? Sure, I'll oblige. Let's see. Would medium dirt would be kind of funny. To see if anyone even has a horse that even fits the description. See, should we do dirt for fun, or should we just do turf? Digiton supremacy. Hey everyone, sorry about that. For some reason it froze. So that was stupid. My thing bugged. Okay, so that was stupid. I think I glitched out the audio. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Let's just do this thing. It don't matter anymore. Okay. Tell you what. We'll do medium, dirt, and turf to finish this up. Dirt just for the fun of it, just to see if anyone even has one that fits the bill here. Do whatever you want. Oh dear. We've got a big challenge. All right. Let's do this. All right. All right. I'm looking pretty screwed here. All right, Oguri Cap with Jas. Man, Jas is good. All right, they're in the gate. Away we go in the Tokyo Daishoten. Marozensky wastes no time and goes right to the early lead. Smart Falcon also goes forward with Smart Falcon. Then it's Agnes Digital and Oh Goody Cap, Oh Goody Cap, Oh Goody Cap, Taiki Shuttle, El Condor Pasa, Taiki Shuttle. Down this stretch here, they hit the wire for the first time. It is Marozensky. Marozensky is the leader. Smart Falcon is in second. In third, it's Smart Falcon. In fourth, it is Oguri Cap, along with Oguri Cap, El Condor Pasa, TM Opera O. Then Taiki Shuttle, Oguri Cap, Oguri Cap. And then a sudden move from Agnes Digital at the back of the pack. Those are all your dirty horses down this backstretch. Marozensky leads the way. Smart Falcon second. Smart Falcon third. Oguri Cap, Agnes Digital, Oguri Cap, El Condor Pasa, and Taiki Shuttle. But Marozensky remains a clear captain of the ship in the Tokyo Daishoten, with Smart Falcon in second. In third, Oguri Cap. Agnes Digital is in fourth, lying in wait, along with El Condor Pasa, as we're now 600 meters from home here. Who is going to take home the dirt title? Marozensky leads the way. Then on the outside, here goes Oguri Cap along with Agnes Digital. So Marozensky leads the way, but here comes Oguri Cap, and Marozensky, Agnes Digital on the outside. The fangirl's flying forward, but she has to stop looking at Oguri Cap's rear. Oguri Cap, Marozensky, 100 meters, down to the finish line. Oguri Cap wins. Then it was Marozensky and Agnes Digital. They've technically been allowed since the 90s. There was a Japan-based horse named Ski Captain who did run, but just not very well. Hey, bravo, McKay. All right, let's see what the results are. All right, I got 11th. So that sucks. All right, so Jas won and got third. No fair. Shiza got second. Okay. And as promised, one more for medium. One more for the mediums. Let's do the Satsuki show. I've had enough of the Tenno-sho Autumn. Admired Voyage, or Saitono Voyage, is currently my favorite from Japan. I root for Japan, but just because it seems so improbable that they'll ever win the Kentucky Derby. I dream, though. I dream. Let's go, Air Groove. All right. That could be for another stream. A Yuna race. I know we did a Haru Urara race at one point. I had a bunch of people, but that's a bit novel. For the very last time. You got in? Perfect. All right. It's already full. Good luck, everyone. I wish you could have a 50-horse race. I've never heard of an Australian horse running in the Kentucky Derby because they're born in the Southern Hemisphere. Horses born in the Southern Hemisphere are born in the second half of the year, and that's just a bunch of And because of that, they would probably be barred for having an unfair advantage because they're a few months older. One last race. They're in the gate. They're off. Good start. To the lead, Mayano Top Gun. Maruzensky also eager. Then it's Super Creek, Air Groove, TM Opera O, Taiki Shuttle, Oguri Cap, TM Opera O again. Then it's Air Groove again, Oguri Cap. Then it's Special Week along with Vodka down this straight. Then it's Super Creek along with Manhattan Cafe, and then Manhattan Cafe at the tail end of the field. So Mayano Top Gun leads the way by about a length. Then it's Maruzensky in second. In third, it is Air Groove. In fourth, it's Meijiro McQueen. And then also Meijiro McQueen. Meijiro McQueen moves up. Ka-chow. After that, Air Groove. Oguri Cap. It's between horses. Look at that. Oguri Cap and Oguri Cap. TM Opera O. I'm just saying words at this point that represent horses from history who have infected millions of people. Mano Top Gun leads the way. In second place, Air Groove, along with Oguri Cap. Then it's Maruzensky and Oguri Cap again. Air Groove. Then TM Opera O, Special Week, Taiki Shuttle, Super Creek, Vodka. After that on the inside, there's also Narita Bryan with Special Week and Vodka and Super Creek. And then two Manhattan Cafes back to back, if you really want those lattes. And then at the back of the pack, I think that's Narita Tyson or Grass Wonder. Into the turn they go. It's Grass Wonder leading, not Grass Wonder, Oguri Cap leading the way. Oguri Cap and then Air Groove. Oguri Cap again. Maruzensky and Special Week as we've now hit the top of the stretch. Who's going to catch Oguri Cap as we hit the top of the stretch? Why, it's Oguri Cap. Who would have thought? Oguri Cap chasing after Oguri Cap. It's an Oguri-ception. The top three horses are all Oguri Cap. I love this game. And they hit the wire. It's, you want to make a guess? It's Oguri Cap. And if you guessed right, you win nothing. Man, Oguri supremacy, am I right? Alright, followed. And followed. Well, draft of the super soldiers? Yeah, probably. All right, that was really fun, everyone. Thank you all so much for this stream. Yeah, just let me know if you have any other ideas for videos in the future. But for now, I'm just going to be working on beginning of a new era review and some more horse racing educational videos. Thank you all so much. You're the best audience in the world. And I will see you guys next time.